did. We just played last night at the Beat Kitchen in Chicago last night. Sorry,
here we are. Last night in the Beat Kitchen in Chicago. We played in Beat Kitchen.
Where did we play?
It was Chicago. Last night. This was
the
last
band
night.
Chicago.
All right, we are live at a Spirit Bomb show with Moon Prism Cosplay. How are you this afternoon?
I'm good. How are you?
Great, great. Ready for a great show. And thank you for taking a few minutes to chat here. What did the level 1 of cosplay look like for you? How did you start in the hobby?
So I'm fairly new in the cosplay community. I've only been doing this for about 3 years, and my first one was C2E2 of 2021. I decided, I'm gonna go, and I'm gonna go all out in cosplay. I was Sylvie from Loki at the time, and everything I put together was basically from my closet, and I actually made foam horns. So that was like my first project, and I got here.
That's awesome. So let's talk about the cosplay you're wearing tonight. How did it come together?
So, I am everyone's favorite living girl from ISA from Dandadan, and a lot of this actually, the shirts are from my own closet. They're already pieces I own, and then I use this and the skirt from other cosplays I already have. All I really bought were the earrings and the wig, which I sent.
That's awesome. Maybe being able to reuse pieces for different cosplays.
Yeah.
How excited are you for Spirit Bomb tonight?
I am so excited. So this is going to be funny. My friends went to their show last summer and I couldn't make it. And they told me all about it, and I'm like, man, I'm going to just stalk their page until I see when they're back in the area. And the minute I saw a Chicago show, I told everybody, I was like, all right, crew, this is it. We're going to go. Mark your calendars. And now I'm here, and I'm ready for a good time.
Part of the Spirit Bomb street team, unofficial. All right, and where can people keep up with you and your cosplay?
Yeah, so I'm on Instagram. You can find me at moonprism_cosplay.
Back with Ilia Revenge here at the Spirit Bomb show. How are you doing tonight?
I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. I'm ready for a great night of music. So let's talk about what was level 1 of cosplay like for you? How did you start in the hobby?
I've always been interested in cosplay ever since I heard of it in middle school, high school. I finally got the plunge and I took the opportunity to cosplay in 2016, 2017 and been trying to grow ever since then.
That's awesome. Let's talk about what the cosplay you're wearing tonight. How did it come together?
I am Sailor Saturn. I've had this wig for a while. I was her casual version for C2E2 right before the shutdown happened for the COVID pandemic. And I've been wanting to cosplay the Sailor version for a while, and I just took the opportunity finally.
Awesome, awesome. And so how excited are you for Spirit Bomb tonight?
I am hyped. I've seen their videos online, and I got to chat with them. They're pretty awesome people.
They are pretty awesome. We chatted with them earlier. So, and where can people keep up with you and all of your crafting?
You can find me on Instagram. That's where I post the most. Look up Ilia Revenge.
What's up, Milwaukee? Come gather close.
me, it was obviously Dragon Ball. I mean, this is the namesake, Spirit Bomb. That's what it comes from, and obviously, that's probably gonna be a lot of people's first, introduction to anime without really knowing where it came from to begin with. So definitely, Dragon Ball was a kind of catalyst for this whole thing to begin with, and I'm super proud to be here with this great crew, and we're doing it together right now.
So, as a Japanese American, like I was born in Japan, I would go there pretty frequently as a kid. So, I just kind of grew up with anime as like normal cartoons. So, I remember watching like Pokemon when it first became popular over there before it kind of hit the States, and Sailor Moon, things like that. So, I don't know, just very nostalgic for me.
I think the first anime I actually watched all the way through was DNA Squared, which was a super corny 90s, not great anime.
Never even heard
But
of that.
I watched it for the opening. It was a Larkin Seal song. So that's what got me into anime, was kind of anime music, was J-Rock. And then I think the first more well-known one I watched after that was Bleach. And then kind of picked it up more with the band and got more into some other big ones.
Yeah. Great choice.
Get the captions on that.
Classic.
That's one of my
10 out of
favorites.
10.
Well, I know that Kevin and I specifically, so Kevin and I work together, so we're always yapping about music influences and what's going on. And we both come from like the metal, like the prog metal side of it. So that's kind of instrumentally where a lot of our influences come from, like Dream Theater, other bands of that caliber. So kind of combinations of that, and then just whatever's big in Japan as far as J-Rock, J-Pop, what's hitting the charts over there. And kind of just the big kind of conglomerate of those two worlds coming together. I think that's kind of what sums up what drives Spirit Bomb musically.
Yeah. For, I guess, like, it. I'm out of my element. I'm sorry. I'm running on fumes.
It's like all the musical influences coming together to
Yeah.
one big spirit bomb.
What was the question?
Kevin and I met through another band that we were performing with, just like an event band to make some money. And the first song that we collaborated on after he kind of learned about my background was See You Space Cowboy from Cowboy Bebop. So that was kind of like the beginning of this project for me. And then really diving in, I'm going to be honest, I wasn't really aware of the sheer variety of genres, languages, etc., that are represented in anime. I'm classically trained, and so it was really fun for me to discover some operatic stuff within that genre as well. And so we have we have so much variety in our set, as far as languages, musical styles, range, and that keeps it really fun and interesting for me.
About 80 songs in our set list right now.
Yeah. We span quite a generational, time of anime music that's, from old to current. So we have something, to offer everyone really that wants to come out and hear their favorite anime music that they probably would have never, ever been able to hear unless they've gone to Japan and seen every single artist that has that to offer, because a lot of them don't get around the entire country of the United States, let alone just ever. A speed run, a lot of songs all coming at you. We because most anime like intro songs are a minute 30, so we tend to kind of group them and do medleys and hit them, back to back to back, and then we'll sneak in like a full length version, so that way, maybe you haven't heard, the full version of Unravel, for instance, and a lot of times people, get the, of course they've heard the full version of Unravel, but, some haven't. But, yeah, I don't know where I was going with that.
There's a lot of really cool parts in songs that some people would never hear, just because they only know that minute 30. So there's a lot of cool sections and cool additions that they never know.
That being said, I would say like 90% of our rep is those minute 30.
Yes.
So that's
Yep.
mostly what you're going to get is what you know and love from the show. And so I'm always floored by the number of people who are out there, don't speak Japanese. They're singing along to everything. Like last night, this happened so much. I had people singing along to really difficult songs. And I don't know, it's just really cool. People love this stuff.
Yep.
You'll love
Seriously.
it. Come to our shows.
Yes, high energy.
Deep energy. Deep energy.
Definitely just follow us on our socials, mainly Instagram. You're going to find the most action and the most content. But
At
our
Spirit
website,
Bomb Band.
spiritbombmusic.com, is where you'll find our event listings and, of course, anything else to channel from there as far as social media links and all that. Spiritbombmusic.com, but Spirit Bomb Band on Instagram and TikTok. Thank you.
Thank you.
Jenny.
Done.
Done it. All right, are we good? All right, pack it up.
Boy.
Good warm up.